I hope you all are fine and keeping well. So students, today we are going to start another chapter in inorganic chemistry, and the chapter name that we are going to start today is S block elements. And today we'll be discussing about the introduction of this chapter. Okay students? So now if we talk about how hard is this chapter, it's not at all difficult. In fact, it's a pretty easy chapter. Few things you have to memorize here and there, okay? But overall, I will give it a easy chapter rating. Okay, students? Now let us come to the main point, that how important is it from exam point of view. So students, if we talk about boards, then in boards you can have 1 or 2 questions from this particular chapter, okay? One can be asked in your 1 mark question, another can be asked in 3 marks or 2 marks question, right? So yeah, 2 to 3 marks or 4 marks maximum you can expect in boards from this particular chapter. If we talk about JEE, so not many questions have been asked from S block in JEE, right? So from JEE point of view, I won't say it's an important chapter, but see students, question can be asked from anywhere, right? It's in your syllabus. So next year maybe examiner will give you the question from this particular chapter also, right? No guarantee. And also this chapter is easy. So why not study it? Okay students. So let us study S block elements. Now students, which elements will be called S block elements? Obviously, when the last electron enters into S subshell. Those elements where the last electron enters into S subshell, those elements will be called S block elements. Is there any exception to it? Yes, there is. There are 2 exceptions in fact. If we talk about, is there any exception? Yes, there is. And that is 2 exceptions are there. What are those 2 exceptions? The first one is students, hydrogen. Hydrogen is 1H1, that means it will be 1S1, right? That means this is the first period elements. Now, when we studied periodic properties chapter, I told you that hydrogen doesn't have a fixed position, okay? Hydrogen doesn't have a fixed position in the periodic table. So obviously, we can't call hydrogen as S block element, although the electron is entering in S subshell, okay? Another one is helium. Helium is 2He4, which is 1S2 in configuration. So again, last electron enters S subshell, right? 1S subshell. But still, it is not S block element, it is P block element. Why? Why is it P block element? Because obviously, helium is a noble gas, so it is kept with the other noble gases in the P block elements, okay? So these are the 2 exceptions to this rule. Rest, whenever last electron is entering into S subshell, that will obviously be called S block elements. No confusion? Now students, how many families can be there in S block elements? Let us discuss. Now students, you know that in S subshell, there is only 1 orbital, right or not? There is only 1 orbital in S subshell, okay? In 1 orbital, how many electrons can be there? Obviously, 2 electrons can be there, right or not? Only 2 electrons can be there. So obviously, there is 2 possibilities, right? There are 2 possibilities. What are the possibilities? First possibility is that there is only 1 electron in the S subshell, and second possibility is if there are 2 electrons in the S subshell. That means that there are 2 families possible, right? There are 2 families possible in S block elements. Yes, there are 2 families in the S block elements which are at the extreme left of the periodic table, right? They are at the extreme left at the periodic table because obviously their configuration is NS1 and NS2. So they are kept extreme left in the periodic table, right? And if we talk about the groups, so we can call it alkali metals, and these are called alkaline earth metals. The group 1 is called alkali metals, and the group 2 is called alkaline earth metals, and we have to study both these families. Okay, this will be group 1, this will be group 2, and from the Mendeleev periodic table we can also call it as first A and second A. Okay, first A and second A. So I hope you understood, right? We have two families to study in this particular chapter, right? What are the elements in these two families? Let us see quickly. So first of all, let's see, just now I told you that NS1 alkali metals group 1 or first A from the old periodic method, right? Old Mendeleev's periodic table. Then NS2 alkaline earth metals group 2, group second A from the Mendeleev's periodic table, but from IUPAC they will be called as group 1 and group 2. What are the elements? Let us see. In alkali metals we have lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium and francium, and all of them are metals. Okay, that is why the name given is alkali metals. Okay, all of them are metals, that is why they are called alkali metals. Now next, the second family, we have beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium. Okay, and these two that you see, francium and radium, are radioactive elements. Okay, these two are radioactive metals. This family is called alkaline earth metals. Why is it called and all? That we'll discuss when we start these individual families. Okay students, and all the elements in this particular block, that is S block, are metals only. Yes, this particular block is specific to metals. So this is metals only block. Okay students, right? So are you excited to study about all these metals? I hope you are. So in the next lecture, we'll be starting with the first family, that is alkali metals. Till then, you keep studying. Bye-bye.